Hello boys, welcome back to another session of video tutorials, and this session is meant for class 11th biology students, and this is for 22nd January 2021. As we all know that we are having a revision mode and we are revising the entire syllabus for the second time in a row. Once we have done the video tutorials, regular classes, and second, we have done revision in the form of revision notes, wherein I have given important concepts of each chapter so that you can focus on those important concepts. And now third, what I am doing is I am giving you test papers, and these test papers will tell you what type of questions will come and how to answer it. As part of it, question 1 mark questions, 2 mark questions, 3 mark questions, and of course lengthy question 5 mark questions. So you will have an idea how to answer varieties of questions. So here we go. And today in this session we are going to deal with morphology of flowering plants. So question number 1, what is the term used for plant bearing both male and female flowers? Male flower, female flower. Next, what are runners? Question 3. What are the 3 main parts of leaf? Question 4. Why are flowers of mustard referred to as hypogynous? Explain. Question number 5. Explain with suitable examples of different types of Fillottaxi. Next, my favorite question. Draw well-labeled diagram of vertical section of maize. VS means vertical section of maize seed. Question number 7. Write differences between phylloid and phyllocyclad. Very much expected question every time. Question 8. How do various leaf modifications help plants? Again, expected question. Next, differentiate between tuber and bulb. Question 10. What are the characteristics of stem? It's a general question and not to your level, but still we will answer that. Question number 11. Describe aerial modifications of stem. So this seems to be very easy paper, and also it will give you an idea about some of the technical words like phillotaxy, phylloid, phyllocyclad, and runners. Okay, so now start writing the answer. Take a paper, start writing it. You may take say 40-45 minutes, and then once you are ready with the answers, come to the answer session. Now compare your answers. A plant having both male and female, monoecious. Mono means one, single. A single plant bearing both male as well as female flowers, monoecious. Similarly, the flower having both the sexes, male and female sexes. Question 2. A long creeping stem with long internodes running horizontally on the surface of the soil is called runner. So you must have seen in your own garden many plants running flat on the ground. Okay, even if you don't keep any support for jasmine, for example mallige, it will start running flat on the ground. So that's how you keep a dry stick for the support. So it taking the support of it, it becomes a climber. Similarly, money plant, you must have observed. So we need to keep a support. Next, question 3. Leaf base, that is parts of the leaf. Leaf base, petiole and lamina. But what I want you is draw the diagram of the leaf and label it. Question number 4. Because ovary is situated at the top and other 3 holes are inserted below the pistil. So you know in a flower there are 4 holes. One is calyx, another is corolla. I think you are familiar with the practicals also. You write K and then you write C, calyx, corolla. You write A, androecium, and G, gynoecium, isn't it? Remember that Liliaceae family that we talked, practicals. So K for calyx, C for corolla, A for androecium, G for gynoecium. And here we are also mentioning, let's say 5. That means 5 petals are there, all are free. But if you put a bracket, they are united. Petals are united. Sepals are united. And in petals, which are very, very colorful, and if you put 5, for example, like in hibiscus, they're all free. But if you put within bracket, that means all the petals, colorful and fragrant, are joined together. Similarly, androecium, we put 10, that means 10 stamens are there. Sometimes we put 1 plus 9 and we put it as a bundle. And then gynoecium, we write different, like one underline we put here, one we put here, one we put here. That means it shows the position of the ovary. Hypo, hyper, hypovenous. So here, if you remember this floral formula, then it is easy for you to answer such questions. Okay. Next, Fillottaxi is the arrangement of leaves on the stem or branch. It can be two types. Opposite Fillottaxi, two leaves at each node opposite to each other. Like for example, this is the node. So there is a leaf here, there is a leaf here. So opposite Fillottaxi. So nodal point is this. Example, Calotropis, Goa. Next, old Fillottaxi, where more than two leaves arrive at each node. Like here, this is the node, and you got like this. Okay, you must have seen in your own home many leaves like this. Then we say old. Alternate Fillottaxi, where single leaf arises at each node in alternate manner. Like for example, this is one node, there is one leaf. Then this is one more leaf has come here. This is one more leaf has come here. Then leaf here. This leaf. So you got alternating, which is so example, China rose and mustard. That is the reason why I said whenever you are writing an answer, draw one rough diagram so that the examiner understands that you have understood the concept. Then my favorite question number 6, structure of monocotyledonous seed. Now draw the diagram, and I want you to maintain 4 things I told you. One is the axis. Let your diagram be straight. Next, it should be what we call proportionate. So see that it is having the proportion. And third, it should be scientific. And fourth, it should be most beautiful. So here we say embryo and endosperm. And then here we are writing endosperm, which is the nutritive tissue, scutellum, coleoptile, plumule, radicle, coleorhiza, and seed coat with fruit wall and alluring layer. Now for every labeling you must write the significance of it, so that like if there is a question on scutellum, you can answer. What is coleoptile? What is the use of it? You can. What is plumule? What is its future? What is radical? What is it going to be in future? What is the significance of coleorhiza? So once you draw the diagram, label it, write the significance of each label, then you are able to not only answer this question, answers like this also you can ask. Now we go to question number 7. Phylloid and phyllocyte. Phylloid and phyllocyte. Okay. Modification of petiole. Yes, phyllocyte is modification of stem. It bears a bud and its axil, developed in axial of leaf. Nodes, internodes are not born. Nodes and internodes are found. Phyllocyte does not have leaves and flowers. Has reduced bristles, spiny leaves and flowers. Question number 8. The normal functions of leaves are photosynthesis. All of us know that. Respiration, transpiration. Besides these functions, the leaves have to perform other functions. So they have to modify. Hence they modify themselves in different ways as follows. Like leaf tendril. This will help us help the plant to climb. And spines. This is for a double purpose. Defense one and offense. That is for self-defense. Animals will not dare to eat because spines are there. And the spines will also reduce the rate of transpiration. And then fleshy leaves, of course, underground, so there will be storage. It helps in storage of food material. So tendril, in some plants, the entire leaf or part of it gets modified to coiled thread-like structure called tendrils. Tendrils help the plant to climb up like clematis. Spines, in many plants, the leaves or other apices are modified into thin, sharp, pointed structure known as spines. They help in defense. Example, Opuntia uitia. Scaly leaves, in onion mostly all the leaves are present in the form of fleshy scaly leaves and they store food materials. And then pitcher, of course, we say insect eating plants. It is the modification of leaf in insectivorous plants in which the lamina takes the form of pitcher, a bag-like structure. Apex in the form of lid to trap the insects. These are number of digestive glands. There are number of digestive glands in the inner walls of the pitcher. These glands secrete a fluid which digests insects. Normally, these plants like Nepenthes, they grow in the soil which is a deficiency in nitrogen. So when it eats the insects, it gets the nitrogen which is not available in the soil. So these insectivorous plants normally grow in nitrogen deficient soils. Okay. Next, phyllote. The petiole becomes green, flattened, leaf-like and is called phyllote. Example, Australian acacia. Next, the difference between tuber and bulb. That is, tuber is potato, bulb is onion. Stem is very well developed. Stem is reduced to a disc. Adventitious roots absent. Adventitious roots are present in the onion. Potato plant can bear numerous tubers. Only one bulb develops in one onion plant. Food is stored in stem. Food is stored in fleshy, scaly leaves. Food stored is in the form of starch. Food not stored in the form of starch. Buds external, buds internal. Distinct nodes and internodes are present. Nodes and internodes are not distinct. Then scaly leaves found in nodal region are very small. Scaly leaves are fleshy and conspicuous. The tuber is a total stem. The bulb is a shoot. And of course with leaves also. Question number 10. It is the ascending part of the axis of branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. It develops from plumule of the embryo of a germinating seed. It bears nodes and internodes. It bears buds terminal or axillary. It is generally green when young and woody and dark brown later. Question number 11. Aerial modification. Stem tendril. Stem tendrils are thin, leafless, slender, spirally coiled structures that develop from axillary buds. They help the plants such as cucumber, watermelon, grapevine to climb. Stem thorn. Sometimes the axillary buds grow into hard, woody, straight and pointed structures called thorns. It arises in the axil of leaf or at the tip of the branch. Sometimes thorn bear leaves also. They are commonly found in plants like citrus, bougainvillea. We are all seeing in our campus. Next, phylloclad. It is the green flattened or cylindrical stem that takes the form and function of leaf. They contain chlorophyll and carry photosynthesis. They have many nodes and internodes. Their true leaves are reduced to spines and scales. It is commonly found in xerophytic plants. Xerophytic plants, plants that grow in desert conditions. Opuntia, epiphyllum. Next, cladode. This is a phylloclad of limited growth which develops from the node of the stem or branch and in the axil of a scale leaf. Asparagus, Ruscus, Esculentus, cladodes are green flat leafy structures that carry on photosynthesis. Coming to the last one, bulbils. This is a modified vegetative or floral bud meant for the production of a new plant. It detaches itself from mother plant and grows into an independent plant. Bulbils are found in Oxalis, Agave and Lilium. So these are the various modes of modifications of plants, and they help in